Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Oba of Benin speaks on COVID-19. The Oba of Benin on Friday called on residents of Benin City to adhere to safety in order to stay free from the ravaging COVID-19 disease pandemic. The monarch also compared the COVID-19 pandemic to the Black Death, also known as the pestilence, regarded as the most devastating pandemic recorded in human history. According to the monarch, the only difference between the Black Death and COVID-19 was that while the former did not spread across all parts of the world, the latter did. The monarch, who chairs the Edo State Traditional Council, stated this during a visit to the Edo State Government House, Benin, to assess the response of government to the pandemic, according to her statement. The Oba of Benin was quoted as calling on the people of Edo State to apply precautionary measures and comply with the government guidelines to prevent the COVID-19 spread. He said, the coronavirus is even more than what we used to call the Black Death in Europe in those days. Just that the Black Death wasn't global, but coronavirus is global and not limited to any region. Although we have our government, both at the state and federal level, trying to allow our fear over the pandemic, is really very dreadful. You have to be very cautious. Don't spread the virus, spread the news. Tell people about it. Comply with the government stipulated guidelines. If schools and businesses are being closed in Nigeria and institutions are shut down in the United States, United Kingdom, and other developed countries of the world, if Nigeria is banning travel from Europe countries that used to be our support, greener pastures, where our people used to run to for better life, health care, and all, then this is a very serious matter. So I want to say to you, as your leader, as your Oba, so please stay safe, stay by the government guidelines, don't spread the virus, spread the news, look after yourself, don't involve yourself in places that could lead to the transmission or the spread of the disease. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, all over the world. The Oba of Benin, a great monarch, one of the leader and the ruler of Benin Kingdom, a traditional ruler, has called on the good people of Benin City to listen to the government stipulated guidelines, as this will help the people to, it's what's happening now. Everyone knows exactly what's happening now, and everyone needs to adhere to what's going on so as to be safe from the coronavirus that is just spreading all around. The other Benin spoke about the Black Death, that it was, mainly then in Europe. Yeah, it could be there because, and would not have, traveled to Africa. Unlike today that we have, better mode of transport. Then I believe the mode of transport was not that easy. Not many people could afford flights if they were. And then those days they used to go by the sea. So if anyone has contracted the Black Death and was traveling by the sea all the way to Nigeria, you know how months it takes. The person would have been dead before he gets to Nigerian shore. So these were some of the things that helped to curtail the spread then. One of the things that has helped to continue the spread in Nigeria is our government, especially Muhammadu Buhari. What did he do? Muhammadu Buhari did not close the borders when he should. He didn't close the borders when he should. He allowed the borders to be open. He allowed the borders to be he allowed the borders to be open because he was expecting his daughter to come all the way back from the UK. No, and during the time that they allowed the borders to be open, guess what happened? A lot went down. People came into the country. A lot of people entered, from Europe, from other parts. It was during that period as well when Nigerians were urging federal government, please close the borders, please close the borders, was when the the first case of coronavirus in Nigeria was discovered. The Italian businessman who came to Nigeria, this man came to Nigeria and he came on a business trip. He went round. He came through Lagos Airport, International Airport. He was going round, and guess what? People were saying to President Muhammadu Buhari, the man came, guess what, from Italy. Italy is where after China, we had one of the worst cases of coronavirus, and everybody was saying, Nigerians were saying, please close our borders. Don't allow this coronavirus into the country. Close our borders. Buhari would not listen, knowing there was an underlying factor that he was expecting his daughter to get into the country. What happened? He did not close the border on time. The Italian businessman came. He did not only do business in Lagos, he also traveled to other parts of the country. He met different people and all that. It was after a week of his stay in Nigeria that he began to show symptoms, that he began to show this. And guess what? He was quickly rushed to the hospital. Thank God he was in Lagos already, where he was treated. Tested positive. Lagos, they treated him. They have the facility to be able to handle coronavirus. He was treated, and guess what? He was well, tested negative, and went back to his country. Buhari did not still close the border. It was after his daughter landed, then he could close the border. He could now say the borders should be closed. Fine. The borders were now closed. But, what was his name? Abba Karim carried this thing as well. During the time of coronavirus was when I said, now nobody's going on any presidential government assignment anymore. No more seminars, no more symposium. Nobody's going on any of these things. So everybody's staying put. Everybody's behaving and minding themselves and their businesses. So this guy as well went to Germany, went not only to Germany, went to Germany, also went to Egypt, went to other parts of the nations, and came back. He came back, or he was positive, and you know what? That's how he spread it into Aso Rock. Have you heard from him lately? No. Why? Besides coronavirus, one thing with coronavirus is that aged aged people find it more difficult to get well, especially if there are underlying factors. The older you go, some people, their immune system reduces, and their system might not be able to handle this accordingly. So that's why we have not even heard from Abba Karim. These are some of the issues. You know, he went to these countries, came back positive. When he even came back, the NCDC was telling him, "You need to quarantine. You're just coming back from abroad." He told them he was the law, and that they don't tell the law what to do. He went about visiting people and in different states and all what have you. Guess what? At the end of the day, he the sickness, the symptoms began to show. It was serious, it was severe. Presently now we don't know about his we don't know his whereabouts. He told us, according to the news, that he was going to Lagos to have a checkup and all that. And when we called on the Commissioner of Health in Lagos State to find out what was going on, he said, "I don't know. I've not heard from him. I've not seen him. Or I don't know what is going on." You know, we speak on the phone, we speak on WhatsApp, but I don't know where he is. He didn't tell me where he is. So who are we deceiving? Where is Abba Karim? That's why the Edo State monarch, the Oba of Benin, is telling the people of Benin, please look after yourself, abide by the rule, and let us get this thing over with. Let's not allow it to devastate the people. You know, Nigerians, let's be careful. Let's be very careful. Let's not allow this to affect the life of people around us, or the life of all those people that are around us today. We need to be careful. We need to stay by the stipulated government guidelines. We need to wash our hands and maintain social distancing. Please get your mask, get what you need as you go out. Anyway, just wanted to intimate you with the Oba of Benin addressing the people of Edo State. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Thank you very much for your support. God bless you.